You know, this coffee is the best around. I'm Davey. I'm awesome. And welcome to the Comment Corner, where you guys make comments on my videos, and I respond every week. And in between responding to your comments. You know the song Dracula hates the most? You are my sunshine. So kicking it off with last week's Comment Corner, the Soda Dad jokes. Josh Martinez kicked it off with, First! Thirst for first! It's better than what you normally thirst for.
Beers!
Then Josh Martinez commented, I look out there on all you wonderful guys and I say to myself, what I wouldn't give to be 20 years younger. And a woman. You know, I've personally flown over 194 missions, and I was shot down on every one. Come to think of it, I've never landed a plane in my life. Okay, Josh, we get it. You were watching Hot Shots. Then Joshua Martinez commented, I got 3 things to say. First being that Once Upon a Time in Mexico was another underrated Johnny Depp movie. I mean, I guess that movie did very well. Second, you know that it is an undisputable fact that I am not J-Spud. I loved Josta. He hated it. Need I say more? Right, because it's not as though you could have just simply made it up. Third, how does a guy like Brian Thompson go from looking like the most badass villain in Cobra to looking like the most ridiculous villain in Mortal Kombat 2? Because, Josh, they don't take video game movies seriously. And then the person Josh is claiming not to be, J-Spud, commented, I can't fathom a proper understanding of your hostility towards my person, sir. Am I truly such a burden? Yes. You're worse than my mother. All 3 of them. For context, I included my stepmothers, both of whom I dated before my father took one and my mother took the other. Don't ask me how I tend to fall for these women. I just appreciate them, I guess. They may have wrinkles, but so do prunes and raisins. They still taste sweet.
Ew.
And sure, they are aged, but so is fine wine, which I avoid because it makes me gassy. My brother accused me of having mommy issues, and I can see where his logic sums up that assumption, as my mother used to paddle me bare and laugh at my neeners when she got into my pop's 6-packs. But I assure you I do not have unsanitary notions towards my own matron. Can a man appreciate a nice older woman without setting off the Oedipus alarm? But back to you, Mr. Awesome, if that is indeed your real name. It's not. I believe your hostile nature, aimed at myself, is a result of stress and undue tension. Perhaps join an online community. Ever thought about Naughty America? Yeah, because that last line doesn't give you away, Josh. You know why nobody likes Dracula? He has a bat temper. Then on my Davy's Awesome Stories, remembering prank calls, Joshua Martinez kicked it off with, never prank call your mom's sister pretending to be the guy she's cheating with. Unloads a whole truck-sized load of worms. Though, it was kind of hot talking dirty to a relative. Bourbon makes you do some really crazy stuff.
Ew.
Then Joshua Martinez commented, call your friend and tell them that you love them and miss them so much. When they ask who's calling, appear upset and ask how many people will call to tell them that they love them. After this, they'll most likely be super confused, but just continue to play along as if you're upset. Bonus points if you can fake cry. The other person will either try to console you or just hang up. I don't know how that would work. My friends know my voice, and my best friend, I guarantee you, would be the one to hang up. Then Paul Jetto commented, I used to hate those telemarketers who called. Haha, everybody does. And I get it, it's annoying. But ultimately that person's just doing a job. You don't want to talk to them? Hang up. The Jerky Boys I remembered, but only saw that movie. Did they really have CDs full of prank calls though? That's wicked cool. Okay, 2 things to that. Yes, they had CDs, but I'm not going to fault you for not knowing about them because I actually saw the movie and that's how I learned about the CDs and bought them afterwards. I believe there was 3 of them. I could be wrong, there might be more. I know I had 3 of them, and yeah, just loaded with prank calls. It was really funny. Second, the last part I just kind of heard is, that's wicked cool. Are you from Boston? Dracula's family car is called the Mobile Blood Unit. Then on my Davy's Awesome Wrestling, where I reviewed Impact Wrestling's Victory Road 2022, Joshua Martinez kicked it off with, First! Yeah! Oh, before I forget, how come Michael Keaton never did any peanut commercials? It sells itself. 2 guys hanging out, want a nutty snack, and Keaton pops in yelling, You want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts. I can't insult you for that one, because if that ad ever ran, I'd buy the crap out of those peanuts. And then another J-Spud comment this week. Oh goodness, oh blessed be. I don't know why wrestling triggers so many horrible memories in me sometimes. It just does. For instance, I have one memory from my youth in the early 90s when my brother convinced me that condoms protected us from jaundice. I took him at his word, which led to a horrible school day incident when he showed a picture of me sleeping, wearing only socks on my feet, and latex male birth control on my hands and nether parts while spooning a Brutus Beefcake body pillow. It was awful. He sent those pictures to the Undertaker, who replied with a restraining order and condolences for my mother's honor. I was so ashamed, more so when I found that the voices in my head were just a walkie-talkie implanted into Brutus's throat. I should have known better. And now my sister still believes that my act of bowel expelling all over her Barbie dream house was all my idea. My brother was so cruel. He called me Fudge Moo. Josh, is this really a thrill for you? You know why Dracula flunked art class? Because he could only draw blood. Then on my Davy's Awesome Movies, where I reviewed the 90s movie Cuffs. Lucky me, there was a third J-Spud comment this week. Oh wow. I don't remember this movie at all, but I do remember Christian Slater and Mila Jovovich, though. I was quite enamored with her throughout my youth. She's just so tall. Stand us together, and it's like Big Bird standing next to a whiny grapefruit that has early onset gout. I also met her one time when she was signing autographs, but my brother sabotaged my moment by slipping X-Lax into my oatmeal. It was awful. The explosive expelling of my obscenities was so violent that it brought out the warrior in me. My brother was on the other side of the stall door, clanging 3 empty seltzer bottles together, sing-songing, "Shomo, come out to play." It was a very sad time in my life. As it also turns out, it wasn't Mila signing autographs, but some other 6'5" Amazonian lady basketball player who hated dried celery sticks and macaroni art. As that poor child who gifted her such would learn upon waking up 8 months later in a coma. Oh well, life lessons I suppose. Not sure what this one is, other than that Christian Slater fella seems nice. I bet he would hate you just as much as I do. Then Joshua Martinez decided to be himself and comment, Slater was in Pump Up the Volume with Samantha Mathis. She took it all off in that one. Good for her. I prefer to remember her as Princess Daisy from the Super Mario Brothers. Then Paul Getto commented, I love that this had the girl from Resident Evil in it. I've only ever seen 1 or 2 movies with that guy, though. That Robin Hood movie from the 90s, and one about aliens that wasn't very good. But I'll check this out. Not only should you check this out, you should check out Young Guns, too. And if you haven't, Young Guns. You know why Dracula's always willing to help out new vampires? He likes seeing new blood in the business. Then on my Davy's Awesome Food, where I reviewed the limited edition Creepy Caramel Ding Dongs with Scream filling. That honestly I didn't think were that great. Joshua Martinez commented, I just love Ding Dongs. Big, fat, chocolatey Ding Dongs. Don't you just love a big, fat Ding Dong in your mouth? My favorite part is when that cream explodes past my lips. Nothing like the cream of a big, fat chocolate Ding Dong sliding down my throat and into my tummy. I'd have Ding Dongs in my mouth all day if I could. I love Ding Dong snack cakes. Not as much as you do, apparently. Paul Getto replied to Josh's comment, I prefer donut holes, but whatever tickles your pickle, dude. I gotta say, if it's donut holes versus ding dongs, I'm gonna go with the ding dongs. Not to say I don't like donut holes, they're delicious. But personally, I do love a good old-fashioned Twinkie. Or those Twinkies with different flavored cream fills in them, depending on which one. Like it's October. The pumpkin spice one should be coming out soon. You know why Dracula travels in his coffin? Because his life is at stake! So there you have it, that's Comic Corner this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notifications when I post the videos, and leave a comment so you can be in next week's Comic Corner. Love you guys.